Hey everybody, hope all is well. Hope you guys are doing great in 2022. Gonna go ahead and just kind of going over some videos. Shout out to Letitia McDonald and Nicole Bernard, Greenback and Jay. Appreciate everybody in the videos. So I'm kind of doing like a mixture because there's so many. But let's talk about these dust buckets. So it may be an older email with a current event. So this one here is a current event. Unfortunately, we have on the screen Certified Dusty. It's 2022. What will a Dusty do? Well, looks like this one here. He's charged in a Chinatown murder. The Dusties seem to really have the hooks into a love to prey on women, children, and the elderly. So let's go ahead and check this out. Fair use. Let's see what a Dusty do.
So Joyner, a man with several previous convictions, tonight is charged with first-degree murder. He's accused in a brazen attack on a man in Chinatown.
WGN Shannon Halligan is live outside CPD headquarters with the very latest. Shannon?
Yeah, this horrible shooting just in the middle of the afternoon yesterday, but charges were quickly approved. Chicago police say that 23-year-old Alfonso Joyner has been charged with first-degree murder, among other charges. CPD said that Joyner was captured on surveillance video shooting from his vehicle and then later getting out of his car and firing several more shots. 71-year-old Woom Sing Si was killed in that brutal attack. Police say Si was a father, husband, grandfather, a man of the community, and a Chicagoan. Officers credit the help of community members and surveillance video in tracking Joyner's car and license plate information. Police located the car on the Kennedy Expressway and were able to make an arrest. Inside the car, police found a handgun with an extended magazine. Joyner later tested positive for gunshot residue. The alleged shooter would not speak with investigators, but the brutal killing was all captured on video, and an arrest was quickly made because of the community.
Gets out of the vehicle, walks up to the sidewalk, stands over Mr. C, and then immediately fires several more rounds into his body, causing his death. This offender then casually walks back to his vehicle and drives away.
Safety is often cited as one of the most important issues that the community cares about. So whenever something like this happens, it's devastating, but we're glad that in this case it was solved quickly.
And Joyner has been arrested on 4 previous times, and two of those have been for previous gun offenses. Now, police are investigating other hate crimes as well as other random acts of violence in the city. But at this time, police say that they do not have any direct link to.
So he already had a rap sheet. I'm looking at him. They're saying 23. I thought Chubby Cheeks was around 35. Dang. 23? This dude looked 35 to me. And stop and think. If it hadn't been for like the camera catching him commit this crime, you think somebody wouldn't have had Chubby Cheeks out? That's my son. I can't do that. I love him. You think baby mama would have get up, fix him a breakfast, knowing darn well what he has done or is capable of doing? So he already had a rap sheet. Now he's escalated to murder that they can go ahead and wrap him up and put a big bow on him and just drop him in population, drop him in the tank with the rest of the boys. 23. Dust buckets. They don't think, they just do. Violence. Dusty's been drama and trauma. The financial implication is too much dust in the nation. Dusty number 1. Now we have a Dusty number 2. This is from last year, you guys. Letitia McDonald sent me this. Yeah, and I did see it. I think he's like in his 30s. And I do believe this is the one, I think they may have gotten him. 70-year-old woman in the building, I believe in the Bronx, and he assaulted her. Oh yeah, Dusty's. He needs another chance, my son. Take a chance on these dust buckets if you want to. Everybody deserve a second chance. Let me tell you something. even the people you know, we're not really sure. You might think they're wrapped all right, and they might be wrapped a little bit too tight. And you deal with them, you may end up going night-night. See it as a Hunger Games. Everybody, see about yourselves. Meemaw come whining you about her son. We already saw the ones that babysit the family members, and then the 3 beautiful children dead, calling out for his mama. Really? Mama can't help you where you're going. And whatever happens to him in that prison, I hope it happens 10 times worse. Dust buckets. This one right here, I believe they got him again. He wants to go back to the inner city country club, jail. This one here was captured. There is no sound, but oh my goodness, it looks like to me his pants are down. He did assault, allegedly, based on this report, I believe a 70-year-old woman at gunpoint. Pulled his guns out of his pants. And assaulted the woman. Animal. Animal with do-rag and all. So yes, I do believe this one here has been captured. I hope they don't let him out. We know what he's about. I hope he never gets out. We know what he's about. The women are not safe in the community, and the children, we know that. Now the elderly. Notice these Dusties, young, able-bodied. They're just evil. And here we have a 28-year-old. I don't know if he put his little hand in a socket or what. 85-year-old man walking in the park, and look what happened. The man, as I understand, didn't even know him. At this point, even with our elderly people, I'm not saying to live your life in a cage. We have to be so very observant. So very observant. I hate to say it. You see, just a man walking. When people walk past you, sometimes even, I don't care where you are, it can be in a safe area, a real nice area. People walking past you. Every now and then I just turn just to make sure the person going the other way. If somebody turns around, I'm going to stop, see what are you doing. I put my phone out like I'm doing something. People can walk past all the time, especially a man by himself. I don't care if it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't care if you know wherever you are. I just sometimes just glance over. I want to see if this person is turning around, see what the distance is. Call it paranoid, whatever you want, better paranoid than safety. So it's the new year. It may be a good time to maybe have some conversations with your elderly. They want to go for a walk. Okay, so going for a walk, why don't we do this? Me, Mom, Grandpa. How many want to go for a walk? Let's go ahead and go at a set time. Let's go at a set time and meet up at the park and maybe have them to walk together. I would rather that, because it seems you're more susceptible to getting attacked when you're by yourself. So I think it's a good idea in 2022. It's about you. We want to make sure we protect our elderly, our senior citizens, our seasoned citizens. Going for a walk, it may not be a bad idea to maybe, get with other people in the community that are around the same age, and maybe go for a walk then. Have it coordinated. So that way it's not just one person. Let's see here what this one did. Fair use, Mr. I put my hand in a socket hairdo.
Man is recovering tonight after police say he was stabbed while walking in Overton Park.
The suspect behind bars. WREG Shay Arthur shows us how officers tracked him down.
A quiet morning at Overton Park quickly turned scary after an 85-year-old man walking the trails was stabbed multiple times.
Wow.
A woman with the elderly man at the time told officers out of nowhere another man approached the victim and began stabbing him. The victim saying for no apparent reason. Tonight, officers have identified the accused attacker as 28-year-old Adrienne Henderson. The woman yelled for help. A man running on the trail saw what happened and chased Henderson for several blocks until police arrested him at Valentine in Springdale. Investigators say they found blood on Henderson's clothes. The knife they believe he used was later located as well. Looking at a police report and arrest affidavit, there's no mention of anything stolen from the victim. Back at the park today, people we talked to were shocked by the news.
I wouldn't expect nothing like that to go on here in Overton Park. Right. No, that's crazy.
Happen
like
anywhere.
It's supposed to be where you bring your kids, walk your dog. It's like supposed to be peaceful. You know, you don't supposed to hear about no stabbing.
Overton Park released a statement following the violent incident, saying in part, while criminal activity in the park is a rare occurrence, to make sure you take safety precautions, like maintaining awareness of your surroundings and traveling with a buddy.
Yes.
Things Andrew Turner says he always tries to do.
Well, I try to be more observant as far as reading people, my surroundings. And don't be in your cell phone. Don't be like this, because when you like this, you're very vulnerable.
Shay Arthur, WREG.
What he said is so very true. So very true. On your cell phone, what this gentleman said right here, so very true. You are very, very vulnerable because you're looking at a message. It may be a joke. You may be listening to a voicemail. It may be a text. It may be news. Maybe you're trading. It's 2022, ladies and gentlemen. It has to be about you. Safety first. It's 2022. We have to protect the elderly. You saw the recommendations. Travel with a buddy. Lock your doors. We already know about that. Maintain awareness at all times. And that's no guarantee. I mean, there's no guarantee. These dusties, they'll still step up. But I think if you can get like the elderly people, if they can kind of get together and maybe travel in groups, you know, where you have groups of 5. Somebody got a CCW around. Very good, very good, very good. But I think in this day and age, if you can travel in groups, that may be a lot better. So it might be a good time as you're talking to me, Ma and Papa. Hey, you know, going to for a little while. Who else in the community that you know of and feel comfortable with that you can maybe, you know, you all can get engaged and go as a group together? Because this happened in 2021. Dusties, they are never done. They never take a vacay. And it's sad that it is this way. But in 2022, it's got to be about you. In 2022, we must protect the elderly, boo. Thanks for listening. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, share. I'm out. Thanks. Take care.